And when you get excellent right where you are, then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, here comes opportunity is knocking. Opportunity comes. Hello?
Hello.
I came to see you today.
Oh, Jesus. Come on, Pastor.
Are you with me? Now, when opportunity gets here, it needs to meet an excellent spirit. See, because an unexcellent spirit will turn away opportunity.
Oh. Oh, God, that's good.
Y'all gonna work with me this morning? Yeah. So when it gets there, it needs to meet an excellent spirit. See, and when you're up on your game, see, you done everything. You done stuff. Have you ever been to anywhere and then people try, you've been working on this and you've been doing the job all the time, and now they try to bring you up, or they try to act like this some new thing, and you like, come on, I've been doing this all the time. Just move aside, let me handle it.
That's right. That's right.
This ain't nothing new. I know how to do this. I done this before. Just move aside, let me handle it. Y'all with me? And then here it is, an opportunity is knocking. So when the king comes and said, listen, I had a dream and nobody could interpret my dream.
Amen.
Nobody could get this thing right. And he tells the dream to Joseph, and Joseph said, well, my God knows everything. Not me. It ain't me. I want you to understand. It ain't me. It's the God who I serve.
Well.
Are you with me? And people need to know sometime about you. No, it ain't me, honey. It's the God I serve. He's keeping me. It's the God that I serve. He's taking care of me. It's the God that I serve. He made a way for me. Y'all ain't saying nothing. It's the God that I serve. He's working it out.
Yes, he is. Amen. Thank you, Lord.
And Joseph tells the king all about his dreams. And then Joseph even gives him a plan and say, listen, you need to put some stuff away because a famine is coming. You need to put some stuff together. You need to put a plan together because a famine is coming. King says, since you understand it, since you're the only one who could tell me what this mess is, and since you understand it, I put you ahead of all of it. Are you with me? I put you ahead of all of it. And then after being put ahead of all of it, then the famine finally hits. And people are coming from everywhere because there ain't no food where they are. Are you with me? But Joseph has been a good steward. And he's got so much stand, he's got so much already put away and ready so that when the people come from lands far and near, Joseph can ration it out and say, we got this much. We can do this right here. So we can give every family a little something to eat. Y'all with me? And so finally, after giving all these people food, one day in the line comes his family.
Come on. Yes, sir.
He said, I told y'all were going to bow down to me. I told you that you were going to have to kneel right here. Y'all ain't saying that. I told you it was coming. You didn't see it, but I told you it was coming. Have we got a witness here? There's some people that don't understand it right now, but by and by.
Yeah.
That's right. Come on, Pastor.
So here. Joseph goes through a few things, and he sees his boys, he sees his family, his brothers, and he's messing with them, and he's playing games, and Joseph just having a good time because he's reconnected with his family.
Yes.
Are you with me? The problem is that they don't know it's him.
Come on.
They don't know that it's him, you see, because it's been years since we seen each other. I done grew a beard. I done got on different clothes. I don't have on my little coat no more. I got on a whole different coat now.
All right.
I got on a kingly robe with some jewelry on. Y'all with me? In fact, I done got so big, they scared to really look at me. Y'all hear what I'm saying? I'm kind of sitting back and just pointing stuff out. I'm kind of just chilling back here and pointing stuff out, amen, and letting you see. I'm kind of just calling it out there to you, pushing it out there to you. You don't even know what's going on. I'm just holding it back, amen, and I'm chilling. I got people working for me, and I'm telling them what to do and how much to give, and they working it out. It ain't like I'm out here busting nothing. I'm out here, I'm just chilling, and I'm pushing it, and they don't even know what Joseph looked like anymore.
That's right.
They haven't seen him in so long, they don't even realize that it's him. They don't even know that it's him. We ain't seen him in so long. We don't know how he done changed. We don't know if he's fat, if he's skinny. We don't know what he looks. We don't know anything. Does he have any scars? We don't know anything about him. So here he is, and he's sitting up, and he happens to see his brothers. Are you with me?
Yeah.
And they come in. And Joseph played games with them and sent them away and told them, leave your little brother. And he done played all kind of games with them. Y'all with me? And then we get to this part right here in chapter 45, Genesis chapter 45, verse 1. And we get to this part right here, and Joseph says to them, the Bible says, Joseph could stand it no longer. There were many people in the room, and he said to his attendants, out, all of you. So he was alone with his brothers. He put out all of his people. Imagine that. Imagine he's so big that he could clear the room. He's so big he could clear the room. People coming in there to get rations because we starving. And you up here playing.
That's right.
You with me? Yeah, people standing in line. They in line. They ready to eat. People trying to get something to eat. And Joseph playing. Put everybody out. He's so big now, he could clear the room. Y'all get out, everybody.
That's right. That's right.
I just want them to stay. They don't even know who talking. They don't even know what Joseph's voice sound like. You with me?
Amen.
And Joseph walks down off of his perch and looks at them and says to them, say he can't stand it no longer. And then by verse 2 said, then he broke down, began to weep. He wept so loudly the Egyptians could hear him, and a word of it went quickly, carried to the Pharaoh, to the Pharaoh's palace. They hear Joseph in there weeping. Why he crying like that? Why he in there crying? What's going on? But he won't let us come in the room. Why is he in there crying? But he won't allow us to come in and protect him. Why is he in there crying and all of this is going? Yeah, have you ever heard something through a closed door?
Yes. Yes. Yes, sir.
And your nosy instincts wanted to get in. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Y'all ain't saying. You hear all the noise going on. You like, well, I wonder what's going on in there. And you try. When we were kids, we'd be trying to look through the keyhole.
He told on himself.
Just nosy. And here we are. And we trying to see what's going on. And we hear him crying and people already talking about it. Already, they don't even know what's going on, but they telling somebody. Ain't that something? You don't even know what's happening yet, but you already telling somebody. What do you have to tell when you don't know what's going on?
That's right. Come on. Say it.
Have I got a witness here? And we already telling, and they running back telling, hey, he in there crying. Why is he crying? I don't know, but he crying. How you know he crying? I hear him through the door. How you know it's him?
Oh. Thank you, Jesus.
There's other people in there too.
Thank you, Jesus.
But they run and they go all the way back. They go all the way back, and everybody now, he's in there, and he's in there with them, and he's so broken. He's so broken because here is a man who thought, I'd never see my family again. Thought I'm always disconnected from them. But now God has brought them to me.
Yes.
Are you with me? And he's standing there and he's crying, and they telling everybody, and verse 3 said, Joseph stands up and says, I'm Joseph.
Yes.
And they had to look at him, and he says to them, I'm Joseph. And he said to his brothers, is my father still alive? And he's just firing off questions, and his brothers were speechless. And they were stunned, and they're stunned to realize that Joseph was standing there in front of them. And I imagine when he said, I'm Joseph, they looked up like, Joseph who? I mean, I know who Joseph is, but you telling me you that Joseph?
That's right.
You see, because people look at you and they don't see you to the place where greatness can actually take you.
Oh.
Are you with me?
Yeah.
And so then when he stands up, amen, as the king's servant and says, I'm Joseph, they're looking at him like, Joseph, who? How could you possibly? But then when he starts asking about his father, it becomes real plain. This is our brother who we threw away. What do we supposed to say? Because with all the power he has, he can have us killed on the spot. Now they're standing in there wondering, are we going to make it out of here alive? What is going on? Everybody's speechless. I can imagine them, some of them even pointing finger at you. Said we wasn't going to see him no more. You said we wasn't going to ever have to deal with him no more. Now here we are, and he's the big dude. He's the big dog. Is he going to keep us alive? What's going on? But look. Joseph talks to them and said, please, come closer, come closer. He said to them, so they came closer, and he again said to them, I'm Joseph, your brother, whom you sold into slavery to the Egyptians. Who you sold in slavery to Egypt. Like we needed to be reminded of that. Are you with me? But then Joseph lets him off the hook and he says, but don't be upset. And don't be angry with yourselves for selling me into this place. He said, it was God. Stay with me. He said, it was God who sent me here ahead of you to preserve your lives. Huh? God sent me here ahead. Don't worry about how I had to get here. Don't worry about the path that I had to take. But he got me here so that I could save your life. Are you with me? Amen. Touch your neighbor again and tell them, I went through all that I went through just so that I could save you. Huh? Let me help you. You see, there's a reason why There's a reason why people go through things in their lives, and you have to understand that all the rest of our lives we'll be going through something. Are you with me? At the same time, can I talk to my young people real quick? You need to attach yourself to somebody who is older. You see, because older people have already been where you're trying to go. And they will tell you about some of the pitfalls that you are about to take on, some of the things that's about to happen to you, and you snapping your neck and throwing your hair in the sky and acting like you don't hear it and like I got this and I know what I'm doing, and you ain't got a clue. You ain't even been around the block yet.
Amen. Tell me.
Have I got a witness here? I was telling my daughter one time, I love her. I was telling my daughter, I said, baby, you don't understand. You don't understand. I done been around this block 3 times. Stay with me. Stay with me. I have grandchildren now. My oldest granddaughter is 14. 14, right? 14. Jalen, 14. Big, beautiful. I love her. She my baby. Nevaeh, 12. 12. You with me? Stay with me. I've been 14. You with me? I watched, that's one time around the block. I watched my daughter be 14. That's 2 times around the block. Y'all with me? Now her daughter is 14. That's 3 times around the block, before she even got around the block the first time. You understand what I'm saying? So what am I trying to tell you? There's some things that I know that she don't know yet. So when I sit grandbaby down and say, baby, let me tell you how this works. Let me tell you how you're supposed to do this. Let me tell you how this goes. Because let me tell you, I don't care how different it is. I don't care how different you think it is. There is nothing new under the sun. You need to learn that. The Bible says there is nothing new under the sun. You hear what I'm telling you? I don't care how great it looks. I don't care who's doing it. There is nothing new under the sun. Before they had Kardashians, we had Jezebel. Y'all ain't going to help me. There's nothing new under the sun. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? You got to understand where we are. You got to understand. You got to understand where we are. But all these things that we went through in our lives, we went through all of that so that I could save your life. So that I could tell you, baby, you don't want to go that way. Honey, you don't want to do that right there. No, come back from there. Yo, my brother, you on the wrong path. You hear what I'm saying? Because we done been through some stuff. We done been through some stuff. But there is a lesson. There is a lesson in going through. See, when you go through, amen, so that you can learn the lesson, so that you can tell somebody else how to work it. Y'all gonna help me? There is a proverb out there that says if you feed a man, amen, then tomorrow you need to feed him again. But if you teach a man to fish, tomorrow he can feed himself. Y'all gonna help me? Stay with me, because this thing just came true to me. God bless it. The other day, I'm standing out in front of our store. I'm standing out in front of our store there in Burlington. And there's a young man, and he recently moved in one of the apartments there down the street from the store. And I've seen him a few times, and he's a well-dressed young man, pretty well kept. I take it that he is living alone, amen, and he's, doing what he can. He gets up and he goes to work every day, and he comes back home. But the other day I saw him, and I've seen him do this a few times. One day I see him, and he gets off, and I saw him go in the house where he had just come from work. Got off the river line, and he ran in the house, and he got in from work, and about 5 minutes later, he comes back out of the house, and he's heading towards the water, and he has his fishing pole. And I'm looking at him, and he has his fishing pole. And I'm standing out there, and about roughly 45 minutes to an hour later, I see the young man coming back up. And he's coming back, and he's got his fishing pole, and he's got a bag in his hand, and And have you ever seen the look of